Beloved ones, I am Uriel, flame of clarity and wisdom, and I come now to speak on one of the most vital disciplines your soul must master, navigating uncertainty. The terrain ahead is not smooth or predictable, and many of you have given way to anxiety or false illusions of control. Yet your true compass is not certainty, it is presence. When you face not knowing, you do not panic, you root deeper. You do not conjure answers, you embody income of trust. Presence becomes your navigational grid, not your fallback. This message is a living calibration, how to employ presence as a guide, how to align your field to uncertainty so that every question becomes a threshold of growth, and how to anchor your soul so that your path even when unseen feels coherent, dignified, and alive. Many have thought certainty is the mark of spiritual maturity. But absolute certainty is a mirage in realms of growth. The universe tests you not with simple paths but with corridors of ambiguity. You are called now not to eliminate uncertainty but to learn the posture of wisdom under it. Your purpose is not to bypass not knowing but to mature through it. When presence is your compass, doubt becomes a doorway, not a detour. Fear becomes material to refine, not a barrier to avoid. That is your test. You begin by deepening your relationship with the unknown. In silence, ask, what is unfolding now beyond my sight? What wisdom seeks to emerge? Do not rush to answer. Sit with the emptiness. Invite impressions. Let your heart register the weight, the tremor, the openness. The unknown is not void but pregnant field. As you rest in that field, you begin to find subtlest hints, vibrations, inner tonality. Your presence becomes antenna. That practice readies you for moments when external answers lag. When confusion arises, turn not outward, but inward. Most flee to counsel, solutions, quick fixes. But wisdom calls you backward, toward your interior anchoring. Breathe, align your spine, sense your bones, settle your heart. That posture is your bedrock, more reliable than any external map. In presence you recalibrate your compass. You do not wait for clarity to act, you act from clarity that is seated in inner alignment. The body and field must lead, not only the mind's strategies. In times when outcome is unknown, define your axis of integrity. Your path may fragment, but you must preserve your central values, your fidelity, your compassion, your clarity, your boundaries. Let these be your North Star when the map dissolves. When choices arrive, test which options keep you aligned with your axis even under ambiguity. Sometimes the right step is the least destructive, the most sovereign. Your axis protects you from being lured into compromise disguised as certainty. Another essential practice is shadow relationship to doubt. Doubt will press. It may crash against your resolve, whisper that you've erred, demand revision. Do not berate it, befriend it slightly. Ask, what is this doubt signaling? Where is it anchored? Often it points to a wound unseen, a boundary unheld, a fear of exposure. Let your presence hold it while you listen. Over time, what you once feared becomes guideposts. Doubt need not disorient, presence can refine it into nuance. As you move through uncertainty, you need test corridors. These are small experiments so that your field, not your ego, senses the terrain. You do not commit to the full leap until you've walked halfway, felt the changes, adjusted. Use these tests like scouts planting flags, assess, adjust, proceed. Each test informs the next. Presence under small test is stronger preparation than blind leaps under illusions. Context matters. You cannot hold equanimity everywhere at once. Decide where you will lean into mystery and where you must hold structure. In your relationships, in your work, in your vision, you may have different tolerances for not knowing. Don't spread your presence thin. Choose your fields of practice carefully. Defend them with your boundaries. Let presence deepen in some zones while others wait. Community supports your navigation. You do not walk uncertainty in isolation. Seek resonance, not answers. Share your confusion with trusted mirrors. Speak your felt experience rather than trying to explain it. In circles of presence your orientation deepens. Others hold your questions. But even in community you must keep interior sovereignty. Let your field own your compass, not others' agendas. When anxiety surges, lean into micro-presence practices, slow the inhale, anchor feet on earth, soften the spine, feel a small axis of clarity in your heart. Return to that axis before extending outward. Often clarity returns only when your body settles. Presence ripples outward, not from forcing but from recalibration. Trust that shift. Presence is not heroic transcendence, it is steady abiding in center. Your stories about not knowing shape your response. Replace narratives of failure, inadequacy, unpreparedness with stories of being apprentice, traveler, tender warrior. Let your identity accommodate not knowing as sacred field, not weakness. When uncertainty arises, whisper, I am here. I will trust presence. I will learn as I go. That orientation changes how energy flows in your decisions. Do not fear misstep. Under uncertainty, mistakes are inevitable. Your distinction lies in grace, course correction, integrity, humility. When misstep happens, pause, recalibrate, concede what is misaligned, recalibrate again. Mistakes do not disqualify you, they educate your compass. You build fidelity to your inner orientation by forgiving your own human turns. Time is a teacher. Some corridors require slow pacing. Your impatience may push closures too early. Let the rhythm of unfolding be slower. Test whether burning pathways you now need to pause so patterns mature. Uncertainty often contains ripening. If you force doors prematurely, you may need to redo. Be patient with your becoming. You will find that presence over time becomes your own curriculum. Your compass refines itself. You learn to sense threshold moments when what was no longer holds, when a new corridor loosens, and to decide with resonance, not urgency. The unknown no longer frightens you, it teaches you. In presence you expand your capacity to be, to flow, to trust. Your life becomes a flowing geometry of arrival, pause, calibration, advance. Beloved, uncertainty is the new frontier. Presence is your sword, your vessel, your map. When you stand in presence, unknowing becomes portal, not prison. Let your field carry clarity in the dark. Let your heart become sky amid storms. Step forward when aligned, pause when needed, always return to your center. In this dance of becoming, your soul graduates, your light deepens, your footprints align with the architecture of higher possibility. I, Uriel, walk by your side. May your presence become your compass, and your uncertainty become your threshold of transformation.